still don't care. Anytime, anywhere.
And now, the World Tag Team Champions.
Cock back the hammer, watch me lay them down. Saw face the villains, we don't play around. Nobody make a sound. Oh! Grab your women and children to get the safer ground. The Kingston like the Jamaican town. Futuristic flow, dark start with a laser sound. Leaving nothing but a vapor trail. And my bass heavyweight, no shake, I'ma break the scale.
Vector, we have followed your instructions to the letter.
Let me just cut to the chase. You have a bucket of weight.
Hello, and welcome to the WrestleCollective Weekly Podcast. I am your host, Jordan Slick Flair Carter, and I am always here with my collective crew. This is the crew right here for the coming year, for 2026. New brand, new fresh coat of paint, all of that. This is the crew that you will be seeing. This is the guys that you will be getting used to, so please say hello and what's up to everybody. We're going to start off with Hannibal. How you doing, man?
Oh man, it's a new year, it's a new start. I'm loving it. What's the opposite of getting Death Rebel? Because I feel that that's what we've got now.
Jim Johnson. We'll pause. I ain't gonna say Jim Johnson, but you know what
Ruckus.
I'm saying.
We got Ruckus.
We got Ruckus. Yeah. We are also joined by Grumpy Omega.
Man, it's been a minute, but we're back. Back to Podcast Thursdays. Let's do this.
Yes. Also joined by the advocate of Enochiism.
Oh, hi. I didn't see you guys there. I was just reading this great book about cosmic wormholes.
That never gets old.
Nice. And
New
as you
year,
see with,
new me.
with the
How you
collective,
living, Slick?
so as things change, some things will always stay the same. I love you keeping us studious, very studious with your books, advocate.
I love the new intro, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Well,
no, that's
more
really,
advocate in it.
that's more. You did make the intro. Yeah, you
More
did make the intro.
anti-Cody Rhodes propaganda.
I need that song, by the way.
Yeah,
I need
too
that
much
song, by the
Cody
way.
Rhodes, not enough
So,
advocate.
and
Not
you know,
enough
that's-
Antonio Inoki either.
I love how you guys said that because it cues up the man who created our fresh new intro, which I love. So great.
New
so
Year,
beautiful.
same dumbass.
Say what's up to Big Grabs. What's up, Ryan? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. New Year's been weird, but we pull through. The song is Lumberjack Match by Czarface, if you're wondering.
Oh, Zarface. Okay, I thought it was familiar. All right, thanks.
No, very, very. I love it. I love it. And so, if you're new here to the Wrestle Collective, which I imagine some of you are, so just to kind of let's go ahead and address some elephants in the room really quickly. Fresh new channel, fresh new look. As we start the year off, we had some things that we had to do. Unfortunately, some technical issues where we are starting on a brand new channel. So this is the Wrestle Collective channel. This is where you will find all Wrestle Collective content. It will be nowhere else, no other YouTube channel. No, this will be right here. So if it's not from WC Worldwide on X and Twitter, then you will find it here on this YouTube page. And on this YouTube page, because the Wrestle Collective, it's not just us. We are. There are a multitude of us. We have teams. We're a network. We're a family, so to speak. So
Wait, I thought it was just you the whole time.
As they like to think and say, they like to think, oh, this is just me,
Your leader, do you want a solo shot?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Give me because everybody thinks that it's all about me, right? But here it is. The very first video of the year we gave to a fantastic group, a fantastic team in the Queens Road crew, which they had a great episode. Which, if you don't know what Queens Road is, it is a once a month podcast that we here at the Wrestle Collective put together, all about women's wrestling, and it's fantastic. That is led by Carlos, Dev, Soto, and Taylor. A great group. I love their chemistry. That show was great. I know you guys watched it. How did you guys feel about the show? It was really good, huh?
It's another show I gotta produce. This man's working me like a dog.
But it's good. It's good. We love it. We have fun here.
No, it's honestly, it's one of my favorite things to do every month. Love hanging out with Taylor and Soto and Carlos and Unserious Dev.
And Unserious Dev, yeah.
But
then
it's great to be able to help spotlight women's wrestling, where in the world that we're in, I think that there's few things in the wrestling world that are more important.
Yes. And then we also on Mondays, which every week now, every Monday, you will see our friend across the pond, along with our other collective brethren in Wrestling with Tism, which I'll let Hannibal tell you guys a little bit about Wrestling with Tism. So Hannibal, tell us about it.
Do you like car crashes? Wrestling with Tism, because that's what it is. No, it's a show with myself, with James, and also with the other Ryan, the WrestleFish himself. And we're 3 neurodiverse wrestling fans, and we talk about wrestling and other stuff in between. It can get quite crazy, but it's always good fun, and it's good that we've now jumped onto YouTube. So yeah.
Yes. I'm very glad, very happy about that. Again, so brand new things for the Wrestle Collective, a lot of big things, and one more thing, because as you'll see, is that a Graps? What it says so. At Big Graps, what is shopdubc.com?
So let me just double check, right? It says Big Graps WC hyphen
shopdubc.com.
There it is. Yes. As you guys know, we have merch. We have a merch website. So shopdubc.com is where you will find your official Wrestle Collective merch. We've been doing great on it. We've got some people who good feedback on the shirts. Shirts and hoodies, I will say. So please, if you want a nice hoodie, if you want a cool little shirt, and if you want to support us, please shopdubc.com. Please check us out. Other than that, again, this is a new year, new fresh paint of coat, but still the same Wrestle Collective. So I'm going to start it off a little different, but the same. Advocate, what do you have for this week in wrestling history?
Oh, yes. Let me pull up my notes here real quick.
Do they happen to be in the Cosmic Wormholes book?
Probably.
All right. We still need a theme song for this week in
Yes,
wrestling.
the theme song coming. For sure.
Yeah, I want something real, like wrestling history, like some real punk rock, like very garage.
Yeah.
Maybe rent out a studio during like Revolution weekend.
You're good.
There we go. It's hard because you got to do the opposite. All righty, gang. So this week in wrestling history, today actually, in 1989 was the very first ever Royal Rumble.
Wow.
That's
actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
and
so this wasn't
with the
like
Rumble coming up.
This was like a special house show. They ran it as a house show for several years before they made it into
an actual,
into like an actual pay-per-view.
Do you have the winner of the first ever?
Who won the first?
It was I think it was Duggan. I think it was Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, I believe it was Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yes, I was like, y'all should.
Bushwhackers.
Yes,
I love the Bushwhackers.
Wow. Okay, what else you got?
Love the Bushwhackers
and the Outrunners.
As a kid, I loved the Bushwhackers.
Oh yeah,
they were amazing.
Was that what did it for you? I feel like I thought they were always gross. Like the first time I ever saw them, I'm like, that's disgusting. I hate that.
So I never liked the Bush. Like I just.
Yeah. So my dad's like, he never liked me watching wrestling, and he didn't like to watch wrestling. But even till like when he died, if I said to him anything about wrestling, he would do this. The only thing he gave two shits about was the Bushwhackers. He didn't care about anything else.
Knows ball. That's what's going on.
That's it.
Well, on that. Surprising Bushwhacker fandom we have here in the wrestling collective. I didn't know that.
I didn't say I did.
I'm a little bit shook. I can't lie. Another first that happened this week was the first ever Iron Man match in WWE between Bret Hart and Ric Flair.
Wow.
With Bret Hart winning 3-2 falls with 18 seconds left on the clock.
Okay, I have a question. Has any Iron Man match ever not ended 3-2? Has anybody ever won the tape?
The Brett Shawn one that ended 1-0, right?
Yeah, the stinker that went 60 minutes to sudden death.
In overtime as well.
I'm confusing with best 2 out of 3 falls. My bad.
Yeah, best 2 out of 3 falls. You're right. That by its very nature.
I mean, yeah, you kind of have why?
Well, no 2 out of 3 falls can end 3-2. It always has to end 2-1 or 2-0.
Well, but the sentiment you get what you're saying. Yeah. You asked Brett about this, he'll probably say something like how he hated this match or hated Ric Flair. I don't know.
Rick's always been a great worker.
Ric Flair, he just didn't know how to work.
He just didn't know how to
No. You're thinking about the wrong guy.
Decent that I was really proud of.
Rick's decent. If you want to know a worker I don't like, that Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg.
So Advocate, I've got a question on this. Where did this take place? Because
in Boston, Massachusetts.
But was it a house show?
Yes.
Yeah, because the thing is, I always remember, I was really into the wrestling when it was leading up to the Brett Shawn Iron Man match, and I'd never heard of it before, and they explained the concept, extremely well. And so I just always assumed, a bit like the the Shawn Razor ladder match. I assumed that was the first one because that was the first one I ever saw on TV. Obviously, it wasn't because they did these things at house shows and whatnot. So okay, so it wasn't televised.
The first ladder match in WWE too, famously, was also between Brett and Shawn.
Yes.
They tested it out at a house show, and I think it was available on one of the tapes back in the day.
Yeah, one of those random compilation tapes they used to lock out. Yeah. Cool.
All right, and now our last This Week in Wrestling History. For all the pervs out there, This Week in Wrestling History in 2006 was the Edge and Lita live sex show.
Oh God!
I remember this so much.
Most famous and or important thing to ever happen in the business of pro wrestling.
How ridiculous!
The fact that you had to make me find an image for this that wouldn't get us thrown off.
Bro, why are you talking like you didn't have one saved in your phone?
First off,
we're talking about one that wouldn't get us thrown off.
Yeah. Okay? First, this has to be peak, cringe, bad. Why do this? There's no amount of heel heat.
Katie Vick exists.
Yeah, Katie Vick does exist, but still, this is
a close second.
It would be second. It is definitely the very, very. I don't know. I didn't like it then as a kid. Definitely looking back at it now, God damn, that was a cringe era of Raw. Because what
I don't know. I just feel like
you don't really put it
like you guys are prudes and you don't understand or appreciate good art. I don't know what's wrong. What's going on today?
That's funny.
But that was This Week in Wrestling History.
Now, great This Week in Wrestling. You have some good pulls, really, really good pulls. Man. Very, very good pulls. You got as we continue on this show. Typically, this will be the part where I'd say what's going on in your wrestling world, but we've been off for a while. So instead of what's going on in your wrestling world, I just want to catch up with you guys really quick. Let's tell our gracious supporters, as if you're tuning in, please make sure to like, subscribe, share this video. Let's get this out there to as many people as possible. And please make sure to subscribe. Like I said, subscribe and hit that bell. But as we've been off for about a month now, what have you guys been up to? I'll start off with you, Hannibal. How have you been? You been good?
Yeah, the usual thing that happens with me on the internet, which is people take things out of context, get wildly upset about it, say a load of stuff about me when I can't defend myself, and we crack on for another day. But outside of that, I've been
in group chats.
Well, yeah, that as well. But no, I've been enjoying the grabs. It's been some good times. We started off the year strong with Wrestle Kingdom. And we've had, a couple of really good episodes of Dynamite and Collision. So it's not been a bad start to the year wrestling-wise.
Streets are saying Wrestle Kingdom had the greatest match of all time. I don't know. What do y'all think?
What, the Yoda Shuji match?
No, oh, come on, man. Why you gotta be a dick to me? First thing of the year, you know I'm hurting about that. I couldn't stand to watch another freaking forearm to the body.
He's bringing back Gen 4. How can you not be happy about that?
He dressing like Chris Jericho during the pandemic. Like all he needs is a mesh top, and he's gonna have the whole.
Whoa! I thought he was Carmen Sandiego.
That too, bro. He's everything.
So Advocate,
Tony Storm was Carmen Sandiego, and she was great.
So Advocate, I take it you haven't been too well then, seeing with.
Well, you know, you live. You know, I'm still reeling from last night. I really believe Bandito was going to get it done against that dastardly MJF, and we were about to have Banditoism through all of 2026. Bandito versus Kenny Omega, Bandito versus Goldberg. Bandito versus Swerve, the whole thing. It was going to be beautiful.
The Advocate of Bandito was crazy.
Life is pain, and we persist.
Well, Grumpy, how have you been in this little hiatus?
Really good, man. Took a nice holiday for Christmas. Long road trip. Saw family. It was nice. Got back together with my family. Like we hadn't all been in the same place for like anything in years, so it was nice. Break from wrestling, but we came back. My champion Kenny Omega's back in the picture. My other champion Jamie Hayter is a little bit MIA right now. Thoughts and prayers. Hope she's back soon. But
did you pick yourself up a print, Grumpy?
I didn't. Man, I missed it. I was so slammed at work today. I totally forgot and I missed it. Now I'm bummed. But yeah, 2026 is off to a hot start for wrestling. So good times.
Sorry. No.
You scared me a little bit. I thought your service was nervous. It happens.
No.
Once again, without our dear leader, we wouldn't know what to do.
We'll check the chat. Check the chat. You'll see why. I had a little pause. But really quickly while you do that, I've been good. You know, I've been glorious. Even this little hiatus, I needed it. You know, for those who know, you know what's been going on in my personal. So it's been nice. It's been nice to kind of take a little time off, recharge, get to myself. Just recently came back from vacation last week. Great. New Orleans owes me nothing. It's so much fun. So the food, absolutely amazing. Even for a person like me who has a seafood allergy. I still had a great time.
Wait, you have a seafood allergy?
Yeah, shellfish in particular.
I do too. Yeah. Me too. I'm allergic to shellfish.
Cannot eat shellfish.
I was going to say the last time I went to New Orleans, I bought the best pork chop sandwich I ever had in my life off of a man. And then he jumped away from his grill and went and played in the second line. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life. I still think about that pork chop sandwich.
Isn't it funny? Like, it only takes like one time to have something and it sticks with you forever. Like,
so I had this sandwich. It has like tuna in it and capers and something. I can't remember all else what it had in it, but it was the best fucking sandwich I've ever had in my life, bro. And I only had a bite of it because it was somebody else's, so I had a bite of it. And I was like, God, dog, like I'm still going crazy.
So tuna's okay for you, but shellfish isn't.
Yeah. So yeah, if it lives in a shell or has a hard shell, yeah, I can't do it.
What about like clams and mollusks and stuff like
that? I can't do it.
Man, you're missing out. The great, beautiful seafood crab boil. I feel bad. I feel really bad.
I don't feel that bad, man. It seemed like a lot of work. Like I'm like, yo, like
that's part of the beauty of it.
Meat, you just eat it. You know,
you're not meant to sit down and be done in like 10 minutes
from a shell.
It's a process. It's an experience.
Let's go to Ryan. Ryan, how have you been in this hiatus, man? You been good?
I've been making graphics.
Well,
Oh no,
you know,
but I've been good. I've been
yeah,
good.
been
Is that,
great. You know,
is that what the big grap stands for? Big graphics.
Big
big
graphic.
graphics. I mean, for real. You know, and just real quick, and as we get into the show proper, guys, you know, I want to thank everybody here. Thank everybody in the collective. You know, we've gone through some things and going through some things, and look, we still here. We still fight. We here. We look great. I love this new color scheme. I love the intro bit. Again, shout out to Ryan for the intro. Man, as we continue and press on, man, I love it. I love what we're doing.
And thanks to the people who've gone to
ShopWC.com.
Yes,
and got
yes.
some
Thanks for
merchandise.
all the people who have gone to and bought. I see exact. I can't tell you. I'm not going to tell everybody, but I see all what you're buying, and I appreciate it. So shout out to you guys. Our next wave, our new design will be coming very, very soon. We have two new shirt designs on the way. But the Octopus Hold is killing.
You might have three.
You
might have three.
Probably three.
I've got to talk business off at a later date.
Probably three,
something.
you know. So again, that's again more than one T-shirt sold here. So, but
What?
you know,
No.
no,
You
hey,
sure?
boy, you know, despite the rumors, man, it's been a wild couple of 24 hours in wrestling. So as we get into the good, the bad, the good, the mid, the ugly, which is, you know, we are going to talk about what we see for 2026. You know, what we want for 2026, the good, what we think will happen, the mid, and then what we absolutely don't want to happen, the ugly of 2026. So before we get into that, and this conversation is going to tie a little bit into that, and that is kind of some of this free agent, you know, carousel that has been going on in the past couple of months, fellas. So I guess we'll start with, Andrade. Another Andrade graphic has hit the collective.
Elitism, baby.
Yeah, he makes his way back, and then of course last night, then a couple of days before in this week, the Rascals, we hear their contracts are up with TNA, and then literally 12 hours later, they're with AEW, all four of them. And then
the news breaks, the vignettes out.
The vignettes, and then within that same 12 hours, we're told that Will Hobbs' contract is up, and he's more than likely going to WWE. Now, you guys are probably questioning, and if you're paying attention and watching,
don't forget Jake Doyle.
Oh, hold on, yeah. And then we have Jake Something, who formerly Jake Something, who is now Jake Doyle, shows up in AEW. Also wins is getting a title shot for a tag team title shot here soon.
I would assume at Grand Slam Australia.
Yeah. Also, just to be we have Persephone and Masco Dorada
and Hechicero.
And Hechicero got his All Elite graphic, and then Persephone, which I have been speculating that she was dual contract, this whole time, but her and Masco Dorada now are officially a dual contract. So a lot of just there are persons here, persons there, persons here, persons there. Man, this is a good time to have an alternative, right? It's a good thing an alternative exists. All that on top of, yes, we have TNA debuting on AMC and AMC Plus and TNA Plus tonight. Yeah, a lot is going on. A lot of free agent moves has happened. So we'll start off with Hobbs, though. Hobbs looks like he's not going to resign. They say he's more than likely going to WWE. They're talking, straight to SmackDown. Per fight. This is a per Fightful report. Straight to SmackDown.
So you don't need NXT. He's a fucking beast, bro.
So I'll go with the person who, and I just to let you guys know, the fans support enough. Advocate has been ever since I've known him, one of the biggest Will Hobbs fans outside of Reg, and if you know who that is, then you know.
I said I was like, I would put my world title on this man.
You said so. So tell me what you think. Again, he looks like he's not re-signing, going to WWE, straight to SmackDown. How do you feel?
It makes sense. You know, I think that Tony just never saw him as the guy that I think that he has the potential to be. Like, it's like, oh, in AEW, it's like, oh, he just never made sense as like the guy at the top of the card. You know, maybe because he wasn't really able to like wrestle the epics, I guess, that you have the expectation from like an AEW champion. But I don't think that this guy needed to wrestle epics. I was like, that match he had with Moxley last year was awesome, where he pulled out Mox's earring and his ear was bleeding. It was an amazing match. Even his lights out match that he had just a couple weeks ago was also a really high caliber match, in my opinion. Yeah, I just think the sky is the limit for this guy. And in WWE, they are going to have a lot more. They like their big men. I think we all know that. They like their big men and they like their strong guys. And I think that this guy has everything that it takes to be a top guy. You know, I hear everybody here gassing up this Braun Breaker guy. I'm like, he couldn't hold a candle to Powerhouse Hobbs. Put him in the ring with Powerhouse Hobbs. See how he do against a real top guy, a real Haas. That's what I'm saying. I wish Hobbs nothing but success.
That would be a great never open weight title match.
Right?
I mean, would you consider this like would this be a fumble for Tony? Let's just come out and say it. Would this be a fumble for Tony?
No, because at the end of the day, I'm like let's look at like AEW's like the top of the card. Do you see Hobbs there?
Not yet.
No, and that's what I'm saying. It's like not yet, and it's like a lot of stuff would have to change for that to make sense, in my opinion. Whereas in WWE, I can see this guy. Like I could easily see them doing Hobbs versus CM Punk for a world title. Hobbs versus Cody. You know, like I'm like this guy. He has what it takes. I think. You know, like maybe his promos aren't the strongest, but he still has the right cadence. And when it comes to like the look and the ability to wrestle, like I'm like this guy has it. And I just think that he's making a decision for like his. You know, for like creative reasons, you know, like, and I'm sure because of how things went, it's like, yeah, Tony offered him a lot of money, but I'm sure he got a pretty nice bag to go to WWE as well. You know, which is not what we say for everybody who jumps ship.
Let me pivot. Let's go across the pond because Hannibal, I feel like you're a little bit more on the fence about this.
I'm not on the fence about it. Like, I definitely don't think Tony fumbled. Because I've said this before about other people in other companies, like Santana's a good example. Like sometimes that change of scenery, that different focus from a company works out so much better for you. And I always kind of felt with Hobbs that there was a lot of potential there for him, but I didn't really see him as being like the top guy. Like I did hear people saying like, give him the world title, give him the world title. And I'm like, when you've got people at that top of the card, like an Omega, an Ospreay, a Swerve, a Hangman Page, do I see him at that same kind of position as an MJF? No, I don't. And that's not because I don't like him or he's not good. I look at that roster and I just think, I don't think you're at that top of the card there. But you put him in an NXT, you put him in a WWE, different story because of the different mix of wrestlers they have. And that's it. It's not a slight on him at all. I think
it's like taking a freshwater fish, putting them in saltwater, a saltwater fish, putting them in. He's been a saltwater fish in freshwater. Now he's probably going to go to saltwater and probably thrive.
Now, the only thing that I'm a little bit confused about is if they are going to put him straight to SmackDown. If we look at the people that they have taken from, not taken from AEW, right? Because that's another thing I want to nip in the bud with this whole free agency thing. There's a big difference from people, kind of like being hijacked from companies and somebody's contract expiring and them not being re-signed and then them signing at another company. Completely different situation. But if you look at the people that have gone from AEW to WWE, Cody went straight, obviously, to TV with his same presentation. Jade Cargill disappeared for 6 months before making an appearance on TV. Everyone else has pretty much gone to NXT. So it's weird if that's what they're going to do with Hobbs. And the only reason I say that as well is because the other thing as well you've got to remember is that the WWE style is completely different. You know, the rings are different. The way they like to structure matches is different. You know, they normally like to kind of work on this presentation. And with somebody like Hobbs who hasn't spent time in that system, going straight to TV feels like a bit of a gamble. So I'm surprised if that's what they actually end up doing. But you know what? They're
just gonna have him batter people, bro. They're gonna have him show up. It's like, oh, he gonna learn it the style in time, but this match is gonna go 4 minutes. He's gonna absolutely run through these guys.
Yeah, but the thing is, although I'm surprised by it,
you say that, and then his first program is the Miz.
Fair play, but no, I said this earlier. Like anyone that sits down now, who is now shitting on Hobbs because he's left the company. If you weren't doing that before, you got no right to do it now. Just because he's gone from the company doesn't. I'm not high on him, but I've always felt that way. So me saying it's not a Tony fumble, and I hope he does well. I do generally believe that, but I don't like this. WWE fans who always shat on him now, going yeah, we got Hobbs. That drives me insane. The same way AEW fans now pretending that he's shit all of a sudden because he's left is also not acceptable.
Which I also haven't seen a lot of, right? Compared to previous departures, let's say for example, Blake Monroe. There were a lot of people who, when she left, were a lot more negative about her. For this time the third, they would that Tony Storm promo that they had in the White Room. They love to play
people were about her too, but even her, I was like, she couldn't have given more going out. You couldn't ask for
she gave out a lot. And I think the big thing is also, though, it's with Hobbs. I haven't seen a lot of that. I've seen a lot of people, wish him well, hope he succeeds. Yeah. Right? Because I think one of the things that came out was it was an amicable departure.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when people saw that, they're like, all right, I'm not going to turn on him until there's a bad spot in a match or whatever, or he gets bad creative and we're going to blame it on the talent instead of the booker.
For me, it's a what here at the Wrestle Collective, why we have come together and made this is to combat tribalism, right? And so one of the things that we have to do is kind of break and talk about those flip floppers, those people who are oh, well, he wasn't that good anyways. I hate that. Right now, I'll be honest. I've always said he's not the best promo to me. That's my opinion. I don't, but I don't think you have to be a good promo to be a top star. So just because he was, insufficient in that area,
Brock Lesnar was a terrible promo too.
Still a terrible promo.
Yeah, still a terrible promo.
They stuck him with Heyman to cover for the weakness.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go back to what I was, I don't think Tony necessarily fumbled in the sense of not capturing his potential. I think he did. I think Tony fumbled in the essence of there's no way that you should allow just a contract to lapse and have this person in the position that they are in.
Mm-hmm. Where they're still technically the trios champ.
And
they're a free agent.
And they're a free agent. Where you have left yourself
they say technically open, for a big reason.
You've left yourself open to be recruited.
I don't think that, because normally we see what happens when people leave. They get shelved for months.
I don't think they're going. I think the WWE, and I've said this before, about this first quarter for AEW. I said it on No Judges Dialogue, which you can catch every Thursday. Myself, Andrew Baydal, Juice Springsteen.
Final Bell Media.
Yes. Shout out. This quarter is very important for AEW because they don't have pay-per-views. I think WWE knows that. So it would help bolster their kind of numbers and buzz. So yeah, go ahead. Yeah, show up on Friday.
But what I was going to say is that, what I think happened here is I think that Tony Khan gave Powerhouse Hobbs. He's like, well, let's try this thing with the ops. let's see how you like this. And then if you decide at the end of this, oh, it's not going to what I want, like here's the amount of money I'm willing to offer you. And at the end of this, he decided, well, this is still not what I want. So they took the belts off of them. It's the trios titles. I mean, who cares that much? Like, right. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be like, but who's out here shooting for the trios titles? It's like, oh, cool. Now Jet Speed has titles. That's awesome.
Jet Speed might be shooting for the trios belts. Those are two guys who might be shooting for the division.
I'm just saying, like, it's like, to me, it seems like that they wanted to make it very clear that this was amicable and that there's no hard feelings or ill will there. And it seems like both sides wanted to make that abundantly clear. And so it seems to me that that's what happened, was that they gave him a piece of storyline. They were like, well, try this out, see if you like it. And then at the end of it, if not, we'll just take the belts off of you guys and we'll move on from there. It just feels to me like how it went.
Grumpy, what have you got?
I've just been
very patient, very quiet.
I've just been taking it all in because I feel the same way as a lot of you guys do. I've always liked Hobbs. And I'm very, very happy for his progression and his the success he's had, the transformation he put himself through. I mean, if you look at when he debuted to how he looks now, it's like he's like the second stage of the final boss, right? The transformation he went through. He took the most of every opportunity and ran with it. He was stuck in the Wardlow vortex for a little bit, but he got out of that. So. But in all seriousness, I mean, if it wasn't going to work out any longer, I agree with you guys. I think when he goes to WWE, that's going to be a great place for him. The promo stuff, he'll get promos handed to him. He'll get scripts. If that's not going to work, there's so many mouthpieces in that company that can speak for him. Obviously, that's what they do well. They can cover that.
They don't put him with Heyman in that group.
Oh, they're gonna. They'll figure it out. I have every confidence that they're gonna do what it takes to make this work, just for the simple fact of spiting AEW. So Hobbs has got that going for him. He's got Triple H's spite for Tony working in his favor.
But he also has to overcome Road Dogg. And that's the thing.
I think
I love Hobbs. I think I'm honestly probably the highest on Hobbs out of everyone here.
Now,
how is Hobbs going to convince you
to
watch a 3-hour SmackDown?
I said that he should have beat. You were there. I said he should have beat Jon Moxley for the world title back at Maximum Carnage last year.
I kind of agreed with you. I think I remember agreeing with you.
So this kind of brings me to the point that I am curious about is. You guys have to tell me because I don't know. Obafemi recently got called up, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And which brand did he go to?
He is going, I think, to SmackDown? Or is he going to Raw? I don't know, honestly. That's
okay. Just hypothetically, Obafemi goes to the SmackDown brand, and now Hobbs shows up on the SmackDown brand. Here's the thing: Obafemi leaving NXT, and you guys correct me where I'm wrong because I'm not super familiar. Obafemi leaving NXT, I think, left a perfect open hole for Hobbs to come in and dominate that brand for like a year. Get himself way over with the AEW audience, be the champion in NXT, dominate everybody, and then he's got that next step straight into the main roster. I think going straight to the main roster, he's ready for it physically, wrestling-wise. Presence-wise and like gravitas with the audience, that I don't know if it's going to be all the way there, and I think it could be better if they give it time to grow. So, I mean, I really want it to work out for him. I hope it works out for him. I can see him cutting a promo on Mama Rhodes and breaking Cody's back at WrestleMania in an ideal world. I know Advocate's with me on that, but.
You should run through frickin' Cody like the way I said John Cena should have run through.
So it looks like 3/5 of the collective agree that it should be Hobbs and Cody at Mania.
I just think it wouldn't have been a bad thing to spend a year in NXT, even 6 months in NXT. And I know a lot of people on Twitter would have been like, "Oh man, they're gonna put him right down into NXT and waste his time." No, man, that's not what it's really about. It's about ingratiating him to that audience, acclimating him to the way the company works, and then he's better positioned to take that next step up, which he's ready for. But it's kind of like your new hire orientation period, call it, if you will.
Like there's something else that they do as well, which is, unofficially, I guess, but there's this stigma that WWE like to throw around, which is, AEW's not on our level, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's an inferior company. And so when they put people straight into NXT, that kind of like plays up. Yeah, if they're in AEW, they're not ready for that main stage. So again, I think it's interesting if they are now considering it, because you've got to be thinking, people that are looking at the moment thinking like, well, what's it like over there? What should I do? You go to NXT and you might be down there for 6 months. You might be down there for a year before you get an opportunity to move up. Are you prepared to do that? Are you prepared to be in that warehouse for like 50 weeks of the year? So, I think this is interesting, because if this does work, and if Hobbs is pushed to the moon and it all works out, that is probably going to turn some heads that were maybe a little bit more hesitant before. But Graps, there was a question that Abel put in the chat, which I thought was quite interesting. He said, who in the last year has WWE signed that has made a difference or an impact in that company, and vice versa for
in the
AEW?
last year?
Yeah.
How long? It's 70. Has it been?
I was going to say Stephanie McCoy was the one who came to mind.
Yeah.
Vodker signed it in 24.
24. So
Okay.
in the last year, Penta and Phoenix came over.
No, not Phoenix. Not Phoenix.
No,
I love Phoenix. We're talking about in
saying.
terms of making an impact?
Yeah, I'm just kind of like...
you're just going through the list. Okay.
Yeah, so Penta, Phoenix, Ricky Saints came over last year.
Yeah, that was early. That was Mania season, I think.
Ethan Page came over.
No, that was 24.
Around the same kind of time. Was that 24 as well?
Yeah.
Maybe it was 24 actually.
Yeah, because he's in that in the 2K game that came out in last March.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So I think that's kind of it from that side. There wasn't really a lot the other way.
Well, I mean, there's a man who's been on a few of our thumbnails that signed with AEW last year.
So Blake Monroe as well, obviously, but Andrade, I think he's a little bit different because he was established in both companies.
But it's still a guy who's jumped shit. That's key.
But to be honest, the thing is, I don't think there is anyone that really makes that much of an impact anymore. Full stop. There's very few people that. I guess like what is an impact? So for me, is there an uptake in interest in the product? Is there, are they suddenly selling more tickets? Are the TV ratings?
Well, I don't think there's any, like we've discussed many times. There's not really any true needle movers left. But in terms of making an impact, slotting out like their own solid spot in the company, like that's why I say Penta, right?
Yeah.
Because one, he's done great with the masks, right? He's carved out his own identity, his own aesthetic there. That set himself apart. He's firmly slotted in like that mid-card, upper mid-card. He's probably out of their signings from this past year the most impactful, especially because it's on the main roster as opposed to NXT.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
I mean, I think most to all people are on the side of, could have this been prevented? Sure. Like, as far as, Hobbs stand, but
maybe you take the trios titles off him a couple weeks before, a month before.
As you said, earlier privately, and I also said this on No Dirt, Just Dialogue with myself, Andrew Bandala, every Thursday, Final Bell Media. Things are always about creative and cash. And if one is lacking, then there's no amount of the other that can fix. So I just think that Hobbs is ready for, Hannibal's talking about, like, spread his wings elsewhere. They're just, and I don't think there's anything wrong. I don't think people should look at this as like, oh man, AEW is losing somebody, because again, we all just asked, okay, where would you, when do you put the title on? What more do you do with him? Do you put the Continental title on him? Do you put him in the CC again?
International belt
International
against Okada.
You know, maybe, yeah, but like, you know,
honestly, if they had kept him babyface, he would have been a great challenger.
The thing is,
MJF.
with AEW and a guy like him, they don't have a lot of talkers, like people that just talk. The talkers are also the wrestlers. Like, you can't stick MJF with Hobbs. You know,
Stokely
already always preoccupied. He's went from person to person. You know what I'm saying? So they don't have enough Stokely.
Though.
But like,
you know what they missed out on?
What?
They never stuck him with Alex Abrahantes.
I'm gonna fucking beat your ass, brother.
I don't see why. I liked Alex.
Yeah,
you know?
I like Alex.
You know what I'm saying? He was good at the time. You know,
10-1 worked. I think that the problem was they kept going back to the well.
They turned him to Hispanic Sonny Ono.
Yeah, like as Pence's like personal translator, I thought it was a very cool gimmick.
And then he comes out with Commander and Vikingo and Dorada and everybody.
They 1,000% missed the boat on making Penta Says shirts because I am old. They could have did it in the same Frankie Says type of font, and it would have been Penta Says, and that would have sold because your audience is a little bit on the older side too. Penta Says, oh my God, think about how much that would have said, you know. And if they would have kept going with that, and Penta Says, they definitely missed the boat. But that's a whole nother subject. You know, one thing I want to touch really quickly as we continue on. How do you guys feel about Andrade coming back? Does it matter? Like, yeah, it's nothing that we didn't think was gonna already happen.
I mean,
right?
I hope they resume that Omega program. I hope
that's where I thought they were going last night. That's where I thought somehow when Kenny came out, I'm like, okay. Perfect.
I think they might be waiting on that because once again, right, the next pay-per-view is Revolution, so there might be a little more time. Like, because personally, right, I think it'd be great if they're not gonna have Bucks FTR for the tag belts. You run Kenny and the Bucks against Andrade, Davis, and Doyle.
Yeah,
and that's how you wrap that whole Kenny Don Callis feud that's been going since the Biden administration.
Don Callis will never stop chasing Kenny. That ain't ever gonna happen.
And I don't think they should because like they're gonna be. I think they should be perpetual enemies.
Yeah,
you know, like Lex Luthor.
But just let him do something else. I feel like I'm T-Pain in that clip where it's like do something else.
This is what makes Don Callis is he's been searching this entire time for a replacement for Kenny. He can't find it in his own mind. He can't find anybody to replace Kenny, so he hates Kenny for that. That's why he's constantly chasing Kenny. That's what Don Callis is.
Okay, but hate him off TV.
He's collecting all these toys.
Else.
No, he's collecting all these toys, trying to replace Kenny, but he knows it's never going to happen until he kills Kenny. That's what Don Callis is.
Are you saying that Don Callis, he's basically Tony Khan?
Yeah, kind of.
He's just collecting people and not always sure what to do with them.
He's Don Callis's, or he's Tony Khan's evil twin. He's Bizarro Tony Khan.
Well, I think they're doing great things with Don. I don't mind that they kind of, again, they're perpetual enemies, but you know, that's just. But Andrade being back, that's a wild one. Again, just I guess really quickly about thoughts on Dynamite. You know, in Raw this week. What you guys think? Raw was all right. I tuned in.
I didn't see it, so I saw Dynamite. Dynamite was really good.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Dynamite was good. It could have been better. I thought Dynamite could have been better because
Bandito lost. I agree.
Well, the no follow up on the Hook thing will swerve. Like, I know they're going to be a tag team, but like, can we finally do? You know, it was nice to see FDR kind of come out, finally dust off those tag belts. You know, haven't seen those in a while. Almost forgot what they looked like.
I'm gonna push back on the Hook and Hobbs thing about it not being addressed, right? And this isn't a pop at you because you're not that guy, right? But far too often I hear people complain that stuff is left hanging or it hasn't been addressed. And what happens is it's not addressed on Dynamite because it's going to be addressed on Collision. But you don't watch Collision and therefore you don't realize that that's happened. Now, I've not looked at what happens on Collision, so maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But it is something that irks me because quite often the answer is it was addressed on Collision, and then the complaint is, well, no one watches Collision, or it's not important. Well, it
and
is.
The answer is watch Collision.
Right. No, like at the end of the day, you have Raw and SmackDown. If you don't want to watch SmackDown, that's completely fine. But you can't then complain that something happened on SmackDown that you wanted to happen on Raw. That's not how it works. It's not how
the complaint
They also have a
is
brand split in place.
the complaint is, well, they'll show me a clip or a video package, as if AEW doesn't do the same.
Yeah, they did the same thing. Yeah,
it's a false argument. Yes, 100%. It's a false argument.
Where's the story?
Where's the story? Let's get into some of 2026, as it is January. It's our first show of the year. Before we do, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in to the stream. We appreciate you guys. Please make sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, share this stream. Again, this fresh new YouTube channel. This is where you're going to find any and all official WrestleCollective content. And then, of course, as you know, please
ShopWC.com.
There it is. Please check that out if you want some cool merch. Yes. So as we go and look towards 2026, we're going to talk about the good, which will be what we really want to happen for the year. The mid, which will be what we probably think will happen for the year, and then the ugly, which is what we absolutely do not want to happen. So let's start with the good, right? So I'll start off with you, Advocate. The good. What do you think? What do you want will to happen this year? What is some of your outlandish wild takes? Maybe what do you want to happen this year?
So many things I want to happen. Well, like I said, I wanted Bandito to win the AEW World Championship, but that didn't go the way I wanted. But
not yet.
Still a long year. We don't know what's going to happen. Some of the things I would like to see happen. I would like to see for AEW, I'd like to see like more of a focus in on the tag division. It's felt like it's always like this with AEW with the tag division, where like sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's not. But it feels like coming out of like the last few months of the year, basically since FTR won the belts, it hasn't felt like there's been much going on, So one of my aspirations and hopes is that like we're going to see like now with this new tag team with Doyle and Davis, that we're going to see more action in the tag division for AEW.
That's a nice. That's not too outlandish. Give me something that you want to happen that you really don't think will happen. Give me your outlandish one. I know you got one.
My outlandish one is that Aaron Wolf is going to beat Yota Tsuji for the world title in Trenton, New Jersey in 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
All right.
Absolutely.
I said outlandish, not ridiculous.
Ditch him out. We're bringing back Inokiism. He's going to shoot on him for real. And he's going to be like, yo, anybody want this belt? You got to actually take it from me. Real graps. Like no quote. Like actual real graps. And we'll see how it goes from there. And that's the type of world I want to live in.
We'll go across the pond. Hannibal, what do you want to happen? What is your good? What do you want to happen this year?
I mean, if I could have anything, I guess, I would love a healthy Will Ospreay to come back, and I would like him to win the world title at All in Wembley. Just because, when I was growing up, seeing the Bulldog winning the Continental title there was like amazing. I never thought a Brit would win a major title. We got that. And he never won a world title, but Will could, and he's earned it. And to do it at Wembley would be phenomenal. So I would love to see that. But obviously there's a lot of things that come into play with that to see if it could happen. So, that would be my wish this year to see that.
Grump, what's your good? What do you think will happen this year? What do you want to happen this year?
Well, the news recently is that the Blade of Butcher and the Blade is healthy again. He had his back surgery. I know he was out for a long time, serious injury, had his back surgery, long recovery. But it sounds like he's on the mend. It sounds like they're ready to wrestle. I would love to see the return of Butcher and the Blade. Because even before my champions, the Outrunners, I was a Butcher and the Blade mark. And I love those guys so much. There's just something about like that. I'm gonna kick your ass and F you if you don't like it type of brutality that those guys bring. It's something I think that's unique to them. I don't know. I miss them. I miss them a lot. I would love for them to come back.
Family.
How dare you? No. I would love for them to come back. And even if she's not wrestling, I'd love to see the bunny back with them. I miss her too. So that's definitely one. And let's see. My second one, I don't know if they've announced Forbidden Door 2026 where it's going to be.
Not yet.
I don't think the
all I'm saying is
happening.
All In went back to London. Texas is wide open.
Wide open.
All I'm saying. We have lots of space.
We would love to. We would love. I mean, they can do the double ace. Maybe not to. I think they could probably do Globe Life again, and if not Globe Life
for Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
No, double A is fine. The American Airlines Center. I mean, that still holds. That holds.
That's still your
20-something people.
Hockey arena.
Yeah,
still probably get like 10K in there for Forbidden Door.
Yeah,
American Airlines Center capacity.
Yeah,
20,000. So 20,000.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can fit. 12, 13.
But I think we're all in the same boat of we all want pay-per-views in our neck of the woods.
Yeah, basically. That's what it boils down to.
Advocate already got his. He's good.
Well, I think pay-per-views, they need to be, if we're talking, some wants right now, what I would love AEW to get out of their, like, give me a pay-per-view give me more pay-per-views in Texas. Give me a pay-per-view in Arizona. Give me a pay-per-view in Colorado. Some of these try to hit some of these markets that you don't.
Dallas is hit. It's interesting to me because I have this vision of, and I guess it's technically Chicago right now is their North American hub where they always go back to. I'd love for it to be the Dallas area. I'm biased. I live here. But, I mean, it's central to the country. It's easy to get to. There's lots of space. There's big venues. They keep going back to London for big shows. I think they can make a tradition of trading back and forth, Texas and London. Again, I'm biased. Again, I'm dreaming. But that's all right.
I think that they should be doing All In at, like, various locations. I don't know if they should be going back and forth.
Yeah, like what Grumpy suggested, that's one of my uglies.
This is 100%
because I live here, but I'm like, I feel like an All In Los Angeles would do better than the one in Dallas. Like, I feel like they always draw really well here.
They do.
And I make the argument for All Out City Field
because
in
here's
New York.
The thing, respectfully, like the founders of the company are from California. A lot of the talent, I also think, live in California. Some of the talent lives in California. So, like,
yeah,
like
it was a very selfish ask. I fully admit that, but I still think it will work.
Graps, what is your good for this? What do you want to happen this year?
My tangible good for 26 is we've been, we just discussed earlier the move with Hobbs and all. We're talking about all this free agency stuff. The Rascals, Jake Doyle, all the moving back and forth. Let's keep it up. I want more of these wrestlers to start practicing elitism, right? Let's have some more jumping back and forth. Like, oh, my contract's up. Oh, time to move. Oh, my contract's up here. Time to move. right? Because it keeps things fresh, it keeps things exciting, and it keeps content for us to make. You know, keeps me busy, keeps me making more thumbnails, and allows me to share the spotlight, so it's not all on Andrade. Everybody, come on, let's get in gear. or Supreme Leader Slick. You want another solo shot, big dog?
Oh, no.
But yeah, that's sort of my tangible good. And sort of what I would want to see that's a little more unrealistic. I want to see, I'd like to see another big domestic stadium show, right? And you guys got lucky and you got all in Dallas, all in Texas last year. So let's spread the wealth a little bit, right? Let's think of somewhere that would be great for fans to travel from, not just from the U.S., but also internationally. You think of what's the area that has 3 different big airports in the same vicinity? LaGuardia, wait. LaGuardia, JFK, EWR. The tri-state area.
It's an ass airport.
Listen. It's not about quality. It's about quantity. Okay. And
every time I fly into New York, it's LaGuardia all the way.
I go.
Here's the thing, though. Graps. Like, I do really feel this is not the year to do it. This is definitely.
I know this is more of a future ask than just a 2026.
Yeah, because I think you're right.
I'll say my prediction, and if we got the domain name for 3 years, so we'll still be doing this by then.
This forever, baby. I got I got them locked in the lifetime contracts.
But the thing is, what I was going to say was, like, I think.
Listen, if I ever get upset, I'm fighting Dev and getting fired.
CM Punk in your way out.
We promote fist fighting in the way of problem. So I think that'll only get one of you promoted.
I think
although that'll probably be the worst fight I've ever seen. So
go ahead. What are you saying, Hannibal?
International travel does seem to be a bit of an issue at the moment. Like I think that's the thing. I think the problem is, although there's a lot, obviously a lot of AEW fans in the US, it's always hard to get people to travel. People go to WrestleMania because it's been such an established thing for so long, but I think generally speaking, if you're going to be doing a stadium show, you do want to do it, like you were saying, somewhere where you can. It's easy for like people to come internationally, because I would absolutely travel for a stadium show. I almost did last year, right? Mm-hmm. But at the moment, it's certain
climates, certain things going on.
I guess my good for the that I would want for 2026. And if you guys will allow me, the little soapbox moment is what I really would want for 2026 is I want this, I have to dislike you because you're an AEW fan. I have to dislike you because you're a WWE fan. I would really want that to stop in the year 2026. I think that this idea of I have to be critical. Okay, but like here's the thing about your criticism. Your criticism doesn't matter. Like I want for my good for 2026, I want people who don't work for these companies, these people who are just like us, these who are fans. And it doesn't matter if you run spaces on Twitter, and you think you have a name, or if you have a moniker on Twitter and you think you're cool, or if you have a following, it doesn't matter. If you're not paid by these companies, your arguments and things that you stand on, your criticism doesn't matter. So therefore, like I said, for 2026, I want fans to go back to being fans. Let's just watch this. Let's talk about the bell to bell. Let's talk about the in between the ropes. Let's talk about the gear. Let's talk about the music. Let's talk about I used to live in a time where we as fans used to salivate at the idea of Goldberg versus Steve Austin. Now we can't do things like that. So for 2026, I want to get back to that. Let's talk about what it would be like to have Seth Rollins versus Will Ospreay. Right? Right? Let's talk about that. Let's go back.
That'd be a carry job, brher.
Yeah. I mean, that's not a great example. You're absolutely right. And
That's what I want. I want to go back to that era of being a fan. Like, I think we have
Darby Allin versus Obafemi might be a better.
We have. Give me. You know what? Give me Obafemi and Darby Allin. Yeah, I want to see a murder.
Yeah. You're going to my Danielson Vader school of dream.
Yeah. I want to see Obafemi just completely toss Darby up in the air, wait a couple of seconds, and then slam him down. You know what I mean? But we can't talk about things like that because then as soon look at the ratings, look at the numbers in the chart. There's a guy.
Those ratings rats.
There was another guy who did like some like charts year to year stuff or whatever, and I pulled out my favorite Kevin Durant quote of all time. Who the fuck wants to pull out graphs while having a hoop combo? So for 2026, what I really want to happen, what I know is not going to happen, I want to go back to fans being fans. If you're not paid by the World Wrestling Entertainment industry, if you are not paid by All Elite Wrestling, by NWA, by New Japan, by CMLL, by AAA, by GCW,
people get paid by the NWA?
You know, if you are not an employee, stop. That's what I want, but I know it's not going to happen. You know,
I just want to throw something onto that as well. Everyone that says enjoy all wrestling, no, it's almost impossible. Sucks. No, it's almost impossible to enjoy all wrestling. I can't get through almost any wrestling show and say I enjoyed all of it. It's like it's okay to not enjoy all wrestling. You shouldn't avoid entire companies for that reason. But people that like insist that you can enjoy all wrestling. That's okay.
You don't have to enjoy all wrestling, but you don't also like again this idea, this number like it doesn't matter. What is okay? Like this idea that like something's only good if X amount of people are watching it, right? Like I'm sorry, we're on a little bit of detour. We're gonna go back, fellas. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Get mad at me.
No, keep going. Please.
But it's. People hate the analogy, but it's going to keep on getting used. Just because McDonald's sells a lot of burgers does not mean they have the best burger. And even if they do have the best burger, doesn't mean it's the best burger to me. I am allowed to not like that burger just because
In-N-Out's clearly better.
Just because 6 million people like that burger doesn't mean I have to. But then they will be like, oh, well, you're dumb for liking it. Or are you?
Well, I will say, once Jack in the Box partnered with McDonald's, the Jack in the Box burger has gotten pretty good. I think it might be the second best burger.
But like, then, like, how cool are you to like, oh, you like something that a bunch of people don't like? I'm sorry, I'm counterculture, so therefore I'm cool. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in essence of what they want, it makes no sense. So again, in 2026, man, if something that I really want, I know it's not going to happen, man. Let's stop that. But let's go to things that we actually think will happen. Because you know it'll probably happen. It's pretty mid. Advocate, you look like you got one or a few actually. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and sound off first. What do you think will actually happen this year?
I do think Will Ospreay is going to win the world title this year. I like that Hannibal had that one on his aspiration ones because I was like, that one feels very, very probable to me this year. Whether or not Kenny's able to win it, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to put the belt back on him. But I also think like this year we're going to see a lot more title changes than we're used to. I think that, especially with AEW, you know, like WWE, I can't really speak to it that much. I don't watch enough of it. to really know like, oh, like who the champions always are, or like how often they change belts. But I think like the end of last year was giving us a taste of what I think our 2026 is going to look like, which is a lot more of, especially like your world title, like hopping around. I think you're going to see a lot more like 3 to 5 month reigns than you are like year-long reigns.
I think all wrestling companies would behoove themselves to do that. Like, yeah, I don't need 100-day, 200-day, reigns. Give me a 90-day reign.
Especially when like the top of your card is so hot,
right?
And you have so many people that are like, like able to be world champion. It's like, like you literally have to hold people down to keep them from like, and it's like, if we're a little bit more fluid with our world title and with our titles in general, then you don't have that issue. It's like, like this guy, he had the belt for a few months, and it's like, now we're going to try with this guy at the top of the card, and if you get somebody who's like really hot and really works, then yeah, keep the belt on them. But I'm like, I don't think it's a bad thing. It just shows
can't have
that, like,
this many belts with a bunch of long reigns. That's just what
I just think in kayfabe, it just shows that like, like you have a really competitive, hungry company.
Yeah. Ryan, what's your mid? What do you think will actually happen this year?
In terms of something that like I'm not excited about, but I'm not like fearful of, that I hate, that I think would happen. Sort of to elaborate on Advocate's first one, I think the main event of All in Wembley is going to be MJF and Will Ospreay for the AEW title. Like, I'm not like excited about it because the last time they ran Wembley, they ran that for I was gonna say the international, but it was the American title through MJF's gimmick. And I haven't necessarily been a big fan of their matches against each other, because whenever they wrestled, I instead of like a match that I thought would be like, oh god, these guys hate each other, this is gonna be sick. It's like, oh, they're wrestling for 5.
See Ospreay wrestle at Wembley.
You know who?
Kenny?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I feel like that.
There's a lot, dude. There's a lot more creative juice.
I want to give Kenny a short reign.
I feel like there's a lot more creative juice and intrigue.
Yeah. I feel like Kenny Ospreay 3 is a bigger
match compared to
MJF Ospreay 3.
Yeah, especially compared to the circumstances of the last two. But
you're missing the trick.
Hold on. But I think to get the biggest babyface reaction for Ospreay possible in the home country, you're gonna run the foreign heel. You're gonna run, that rat bastard MJF against Ospreay, so we could get a bigger reaction, a bigger pop, and then you could still say, oh, they tried to get the 5. It's not the worst thing possible.
The biggest attended AEW show in history was face versus face. Just saying.
Just saying.
But you're missing the trick, because I know they're probably like thinking MJF Ospreay is the way to go. But no, there's a bigger match. There's even bigger than Omega versus Ospreay. Fletcher.
I could see Fletcher too. That would also.
You think Fletcher gets the belt from MJF?
Not necessarily, but I could see MJF.
So you think that Ospreay is separated from the title then?
No. So I think Ospreay. So what I'm saying is, I think the dream match at Wembley would be Fletcher versus Ospreay for the title. Does Fletcher beat MJF for the title? That I'm not convinced by, but we've got a long time before we get to All In.
You think Fletcher Ospreay? They've had like 3 matches in like the last 2 years,
and look how amazing they've been.
They've all been amazing. That's true, but I mean, so have the Kenny and Ospreay matches, and they've only had 2.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily about. And look, I love Kenny, but it's a big match. It's a big place. I just think there's probably more money in Fletcher Ospreay. You're probably going to get a better match because the pressure will be off Kenny. Like, there's a lot of pressure when you have a main event like that at a big show.
Wait, you think there'd be more money in Fletcher Ospreay this year?
Yeah, and I think Kenny and the Bucks would be the way that I would go with doing things as well. I think one last elite run with them as a trios champs.
So Hannibal, go off. What do you actually think will happen this year? Then,
in what regard?
You're mid.
You're mid. What do you think will?
We got the good, the mid, the ugly. This year,
yeah. What do you think will actually happen this year?
I had a wild accusation. I had a wild thought last night. I was telling Ryan.
Oh God.
So I do think that this kind of thing could happen. I'm not. This is a confusing one because it either will or won't. But you know how Cody likes to every now and again, when there's a bit of a momentum shift, make a podcast appearance, say something a bit out of left field that changes the narrative a little bit.
Yeah.
I had this thought that maybe he'll reveal that it wasn't Meltzer that had a share of ownership of AEW. It's actually Cody. It's not just Cody. It's not just Cody. It was the founders. So it was Cody, Omega, the Bucks. They all had a small percentage of the company as you know, starting All Elite Wrestling. And so when Cody went to WWE, he either had to kind of like be bought out of that, or he still is financially, technically, with AEW.
That would
contract?
be funny.
The first dual contracted guy is Cody.
No, but it's not a dual contract, is it? Because it's not a talent contract. It's he owns a share in the company.
The paper and ink is still paper and ink, my friend. Whether it's talent or executive, otherwise.
Yeah. So I would, if I would, but I think it's just I just think it's saying it could be true, but I would have thought he would have had to have given that up to go to WWE. So he won't own it anymore, but that will come out. That there's some kind of shenanigans, because for some reason, you know, Tony Khan's always been very tight about, you know, how the structure of AEW works. And a lot of people have said, oh, it's because, you know, Meltzer's on the payroll or something, or Meltzer owns a bit of the company. And I don't think it's that. I think it's talent, man. I think it's a talent.
Grumpy, what do you actually think will happen this year?
Well, the one that I think is going to happen that I am not exactly excited about is that FTR are going to be champions, kind of middling around for 3 more months until April, when Cope and Christian can come back and win the championships in Canada. And we're wasting the tag team division for like the next 6 months. And who gives a fuck about these old guys that have already had their time in AEW and like they've been fucked off for however many months now. They're going to come back and immediately win the titles, and we're all going to be happy for them riding off to the sunset because.
But Grumpy, think of the moments. Think of the pops.
Yeah, I am, and I hate them.
The views.
Think about what we do.
It's what we do.
What we do.
No, I feel like there's this, you know, the way that Sting went out was beautiful, and I loved it, and I would never take anything away from it. But I think it's built this kind of, what do you want to call it, fantasy in people's heads that AEW is where you go to be ridden off into the sunset and go out on your shield wearing the title that you don't have to lose, that you can drop on your way out and not have to lose it. Why we don't need to do that. We don't need to keep going back to that well and water down what Sting did.
Would you be okay with it if they do drop it? If they don't,
I don't think it's
do the Sting and Darby thing where they still win the titles, but they drop them before they retire.
Well, we talked earlier. One of us, I think it was you, Advocate, talked earlier about how the tag team division is heating up, and it's starting to be active. They've got new teams. Teams are getting over. Teams are getting big pushes. The Bucks are face again. You've got just there's a lot happening, and I feel like we're all just kind of treading water for FTR to face Cope and Christian, probably at Dynasty because it's going to be in Canada. So we're treading water until April. I don't like it. I mean, this is FTR's first defense since they won the belts. Am I correct? When they're going to face Davis and Doyle.
Third.
They defended twice against Juice and also.
Oh yeah, okay. You're right. But I think we're going to be treading water with FTR until Cope and Christian come back, and they're going to have a match at Dynasty, and that's going to be my bathroom break match.
I wish Luchasaurus was healthy because
oh my god, that poor guy.
You didn't like the last match, Grumpy? You didn't like the match at all? I thought it was a fun match.
Wait, which match at all?
FTR versus Cope and Christian.
Oh yeah, I mean it was good then, but I
think they would have replaced one of those teens from last night. Probably Jet Speed. You know,
it might have been the original plan before Doyle and Davis. Just my thought process.
And then maybe possibly because otherwise, like it makes sense. They're a babyface team. They just kind of came back together because they're doing a heel versus heel dynamic, and where it's just I'm a bad guy, I'm a badder guy.
Because are they relying on the Mark Davis hometown pop?
Yeah.
They're relying on this just being a good match.
No, because if they're running at Slam Australia, Mark Davis was a part of Aussie Open. He's Australian. They might be relying on a hometown pop so that Doyle and Davis.
Yeah, they're going to be babyface for a night.
So I also do a show called Light the Fuse where we preview the Dynamite show.
Coming to YouTube soon.
Coming to YouTube next week.
Coming to YouTube very soon. Can't wait.
But I was the only
more
person
graphics for me to do.
I was the only person on the show that predicted Davis and Jake to win. Everyone called me mad. Everyone said it was a bold. And I was like, no, because if they do, and they haven't confirmed when the match is going to be, but the obvious would be run it a Grand Slam.
Yeah, GSA.
So, yeah.
So, are you going to demand apologies and receipts on the YouTube next week?
You know what? I'm not that petty. But I would like.
You should be.
I'm not going to ask for them. But if you could,
it's funny. It's funny about.
You're not going to refuse them either.
It's funny the thing about receipts. People forget that they exist. And me, a person who never deletes anything. Anyways,
you want another solo shot?
No. My mid. What I actually think will happen this year. I think we are going to see a McMahon back in WWE.
Which one?
Shane.
Oh, okay.
I got
Stephanie's there. She's doing the podcast.
Yeah, Stephanie's there. I think Shane possibly. That's kind of my crazy mid. Because the reason why I think it will actually happen is like they don't really have a lot of like young stars right now. They don't have like a second act and another like something that they can really rely on. Not to me. Therefore, like they're running out of moments that they could just have. There's not a lot of
nostalgia pops. That's what
I mean, that's what I'm trying to avoid saying. But yes, they're running out of nostalgia.
Yeah, it is what it is.
They're running out of nostalgia pops. So like, and granted, and look, I can only go off of what you've done for me lately. In the past 2 years of WWE television has been nothing but nostalgia. And if you really want to, you could possibly stretch it to the last 3 years.
Advocate, whose fault is that?
Who, Triple H's
Cody
fault?
Oh, I thought he was going to say Cody Rhodes.
I thought you were also going to say Cody Rhodes. That bloodline.
Well, I mean, everything about, the general, my general disinterest in WWE.
Cody Rhodes. They have no big, like, oh my gosh. Like, who else is going to return? Who else do you think could? Oh, that's
Randy.
really cool. Who?
Randy.
Orton?
Brandy.
Brandy?
For the hell tonight is open.
Did he stutter?
The Nightmare Collective?
The Nightmare. Brandy Rhodes?
Arn Anderson, you bring over Lee Johnson.
She's your girl.
Run back to the Anthony and Go feud. It's 2021 all over again.
Bro, what are we even doing here? What has happened?
Andrade goes back to WWE, but goes through a flaming table.
Every year, though, we're
gonna get that Brandy Jade Cargill that we were denied.
They
run back the Shaquille O'Neal match.
They have some sort of thing, that bring, a nostalgia pop, or I remember that, or this is really cool, or they got like a big moment. Like there's no John Cena moment heel turn that they can have this year. There's no John Cena, turn heel. So like to recreate that moment, in WWE will need it. I think Shane McMahon comes back. I think that will actually legitimately happen. I sometime probably summer, maybe. But yeah, I think Shane McMahon. Now, how maybe managerial or just real quick. I don't think he'll have a match. I do not think he'll have a match.
He's gonna finish his match with the Miz.
God no. But I think like it'll for something. He'll be involved in something. Like he'll be maybe sponsoring somebody, or parent with Hobbs. Shit, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I personally think he's gonna come in and be the Death Rider's big benefactor.
But as we're getting ready to close out,
here we go again.
This is our. We're hitting really good time.
Quick, I know we're trying to close out, but real quick, you brought that up. The way motherfuckers were watching The World's End from 2024, The World's End trailer, like watching it frame by frame.
Like it's a damn MCU movie.
I won't name names, but the way motherfuckers were going through, and I was like, oh, maybe they were like, what is that code right there mean? I'm like, oh, maybe they just threw some letters in it and stuff because they thought it was had a little texture. But no, they were going through trying to prove Shane McMahon was coming. It was hilarious.
It was hilarious. So let's go through the ugly really quickly. What do we absolutely don't want to happen?
My ugly is I don't think the network gave us an overrun tonight.
Oh shit! Are you for real?
No.
I was about to say I was scared as hell. I was like, oh, no. Well, I'll start off with mine. What I absolutely don't want to happen. What I absolutely don't want to happen is, I don't want any more titles created for any company. I think wrestling as a whole. I think we have enough titles between all of wrestling, every single bit of it.
Are you ready for the AEW local title?
We don't need any more belts made. We don't need. If anything, we need to bring back some belt designs. Like I would love to see WWE bring back the Winged Eagle. I would, love to see them maybe change up. Something, but creating. I don't want to see any more.
CMLL could use a couple more belts. They're almost at 40.
Nice
round number.
Let's just stop. Let's move. No, we don't need any more belts. But really, one of the biggest things of what I really, really don't want this year, the ugly, is I don't want to see any more big name stars I don't want to see this whole this Will Hobbs thing. I don't want to see any more of that. Like I think I want people to leave. We know they're gonna leave, or they something. Like I don't want this situation of where we're talking about people talents being fumbled, because I don't think that's fair to the talent sometimes, because like there's always going to be a reason to say yes that they were fumbled, right? There's always going to be a reason to say yes, but there's always going to be a reason to say no. So, what I don't want to happen is I don't want any more jumping of the ship. Like I think everybody is good where they're at for this year. But Hannibal, I'll start with you. What is your super ugly? What don't you want to happen this year?
I mean, I disagree with that. I'd love people to jump ship more often. But what do I not
Your
want to see
ugly
this
was
year?
just disagreeing with my good.
Yeah.
I don't want to. Not because I feel like everybody's good because it starts to like it's like the college transfer portal thing. It starts to dilute things after a while. Like Andrade goes back to WWE one more time, it's gonna get weird. Or AEW, WWE one more time.
That's also a lot what happened in the 90s too. People would just go back and forth between WWE, WCW. A couple guys would pop up in ECW, and then they would actually get money for one, so they'd go back to WWE or WCW.
Honestly, I'd much rather people did more of that than less of it because let's
do you not want more
dream.
content to talk about?
Yeah,
I mean, of course, I always want content, but you know what I mean. But
all
no,
right, so
what's your ugly? Yes.
Yeah, the thing that I would hate to happen, and unfortunately there is a chance it could happen, but I really hope it doesn't, and that is that WWE gets sold to the Saudi regime.
Ew.
That's,
It's ugly. It's ugly. That's what you asked me to do.
Yeah, no, that's oh god, I would hate that. Advocate. No, I'll go with you, Grumpy. Grumpy, what do you absolutely hate? What don't you want to happen this year?
What I really don't want to happen is for Miss Mercedes Moné to come back and win the Owen and then challenge for the championship at All In. Because that spot is reserved for my champion, Jamie Hayter. It is her year. She is going to win back her rightful property in her home country that she never lost. It was stolen from her because those bitches cheated, and it should have been a DQ. And I'm dying on this hill.
That's how I feel about Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal versus the Acclaim for that Dynamite in 2023. Bree Woo.
Advocate, what's your ugly? What don't you want to happen this year?
What I don't want to happen this year is I don't want our GOAT, the fallen goddess, the Joshi killer, Athena, to spend another year in ROH. Tony gave us a taste this year. He let us get a little taste of how good it could be for us.
He didn't give you a taste. He gave you a tease.
A little tease. A little tease.
You with it.
But obviously I'm going to sound like a broken record on this. Like, I think that this woman is it. I'm like, she would be my top heel in the division. I would strap the AEW title on her. Like, I think what she does is incredible. She has such a great balance of like one being like a really tremendous in-ring competitor, and also having the duality of character, which I think that you need in AEW, which MJF has, which Ricochet has, even though they haven't really let him show it that much, which we've seen Swerve have. But the duality of character to where it's like at one side you can be sort of this fun, irreverent, person, but at the other side, like this like deeply dangerous, unbeatable wrestling machine. And I think that the women's division needs somebody like that. I think that they need, now that Mercedes is on like this new journey, I think that they need a new linchpin in the AEW women's division that can hold the whole thing together. And my biggest fear is that they're going to keep her in ROH for another year, where there's nobody left for her to be, where they're going to have to bring in women from outside of the ROH system.
But they've already done that. We're
That's
already
what I'm saying.
at that
Like,
point. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like all of her most recent. Mina Shirakawa, she was in ROH for a cup of coffee.
Persephone,
CMLL, yeah. So it's the same thing. Thunder Rosa, we knew
Thunder Rosa was losing the second she came out
down there. For me, I love, I'd be like, hell, keep the ROH title on her. I don't care. Just bring her to AEW. I was like, you can bury her with the ROH belt for all I care, but just bring her to goddamn Dynamite or Collision.
Oh, he muted.
You on mute.
Yeah, no, yeah. Sorry. We're gonna close out with you, Ryan. What is your ugly? What do you do not want to happen this
my ugly that I think, unfortunately, is going to happen, and because I got to get my shit in, I got to get myself over. I'm going to hit myself with a little solo shot, getting my shit in, brother. I believe, unfortunately, we are going to continue with the 3-hour Road Dogg SmackDown. It is going to suck. There's only ever going to be one good thing on that program, and once that thing starts to get good, they're going to get rid of it and they're going to switch over to something else, right? Once the tag division started to get going on SmackDown, nope, not anymore. We're going to put the belts on the Wyatts and do nothing with it. Now Carmelo's
the producer man here gave himself the big bubble.
Exactly. Listen, I got to get myself over, brother. You want one?
Bro, this is some Hulk Hogan bullshit.
Hogan's got to pose. Hogan's got to pose. But yeah, it's going to suck, and we're going to have to deal with it. And unfortunately, Hobbs, oh, God, I'm scared. I'm so scared.
Well, I think a few more people should be scared because, we're going to close out something a little different, a little bit of breaking news, not necessarily too much breaking news, but I'm seeing here per Fightful that a number of TNA talent and staff are having visa issues ahead of tonight's AMC debut. I'm also seeing
TNA.
I'm seeing that they didn't get done in on time.
And that two of the absent talent are Steve Macklin,
yes,
and Danny Lota.
So
Steve Macklin, doesn't he live in New Jersey with Deonna Purrazzo, his wife?
He's Canadian.
No, I think he served in the U.S. Armed Forces.
His whole gimmick.
But he's not at the show, is basically what it is. Just because he's not at the show doesn't mean that the U.S.-born man is dealing with visas.
Was he advertised for a match?
No.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, with how everything happened with Jason Leon Slater, Killer Kelly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I don't think he was even advertised for a tag, but he may have been. I'm not sure. But he was supposed to be, his contract was up at the end of the year as well. And they have re-signed him on what they described as a short-term extension, whatever that means.
So again, I don't know, man. It's we can say lull TNA as usual. They got some woes, but
here's the thing. It is lull TNA. It is, but you know what? It's their second attempt at making a good first impression, right? They've not been on, a proper network since 2015. This is their chance to shine. I don't know how it's going to go, but you only get, a chance to make a first impression. And if this show goes catastrophic, that's bad. Whether you like TNA or not.
Dude, they got Perez Hilton. How do you think it's going to go?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, that is happening. Huh?
Maybe he's not. Maybe he's got issues.
Yeah, bro. Maybe he's gonna deliver, bro. Perez Hilton's gonna be the next hottest thing in pro wrestling.
He has got issues.
There's not a bridge
high
enough.
That will wrap it up for us, guys. Man, this was another fun, great show. But as we close, again, I want to remind everybody that this is the new home for the WrestleCollective, anything and everything WrestleCollective. So please make sure to like, subscribe, share the channel, make sure to hit that notification bell so you know when we go live, because we will be going live once a month with Queens Road, a podcast, a monthly podcast dedicated to everything all women's wrestling. The latest episode, Collection 3, just recently aired. It's a fantastic episode, so please check that out if and when you can, because then every Monday we have Wrestling with Tism that is headed by James, our friend across the pond here, Hannibal, and the eloquent Wrestlefish. What's up? And the eloquent Wrestlefish. That'll be every Monday right here on the WrestleCollective YouTube channel. And coming soon is our new show, which is called Light Diffuse, which is headed by Hannibal here. And that is our AEW Dynamite preview show. So if you're looking to something to get you going, get you ready to watch in Dynamite, gear into Light the Fuse. And if you're not, so as we get ready to get that onto YouTube, you can find that show on a weekly Spaces every Wednesday. So please check out Light the Fuse Spaces. Definitely check that out. And of course, one of the most important links is the Shop Dub C. If you like what
ShopDubC.com.
if you like what we do, if you like some cool merch, again, we just dropped the Octopus Hold shirt, which, man, that shirt is so dope. It is a very, very dope design. So if you like what we do, if you want to buy some cool merch and you want to support us, please hit ShopDubC.
ShopDubC.com.
Also want to give a special shout out to Simply Reliable Studios. So for those who don't know, we have entered a partnership with Simply Reliable Studios. So we'll be airing some of the watch-alongs that they have and they do with our collective brethren that already have been on their shows. So please watch out, check out for that, because there's also going to be a new show podcast with a collective member and a Simply Reliable member as a host. So that is going to be coming very, very soon. So definitely check out for that. Again, a lot of big things coming for the Wrestle Collective in 2026. We're glad and happy for everybody who stuck around for the ride. This year is going to be another great one. We are dedicated to this here thing. We love doing this. We appreciate you guys all support. I see you guys. Just a few special shout outs to some special fans out there. I want to say it was yesterday. So I want to say happy birthday to my man, Abel. Hopefully you were watching. Please be safe.
Number one shooter.
Number one shooter for the collective right there. Definitely want to say happy birthday to my man, Abel. Definitely don't want to forget that. But other than that, that's going to do it for us here at the collective. Please make sure, as you see, follow everybody here. Follow Dub C Worldwide. Make sure, again, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're live every Thursday. This is the new home for the Wrestle Collective. This is the new home for the Wrestle Collective.
Making sure everyone gets their solo shots. Gotta make sure everyone's happy.
Yes. So that is going to do it for us here at the Wrestle Collective. Again, we'll see you next week, but please make sure to, again, hit shopwc.com. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe button. Check us out Monday. We'll be back with Wrestling with Tism. And then, of course, Thursday, we'll be back with the Wrestle Collective Weekly. Until then, you guys be safe. We'll see you later.
Fuck Cody Rhodes. Keep the belt on Drew.
Yeah! Ladies and gents, thanks for stopping by. And until next time, this is the Wrestle Collective.
That was